Hello everyone. If you're new to this channel or just seeing this video, um, just a little bit about myself. Of course, I am Preacher Picker. Most people on here call me Preacher. My name is Jimmy. I've been buying and selling for a long time. Been selling on eBay for a little over 20 years. I've done everything from storage units to auctions, thrift, digging in barns, you name it. I've been doing it as far as picking, and just grew up from the time I was a young boy, just asking my daddy to stop at a junk store, and sometimes he would oblige, and I just always enjoyed antiques and the history of items, and just always have enjoyed that. So this is the first video, again, just introducing myself. This is the first video as far as a picking video, I'm going to show you some items that I ran across, and this is the first one I've done in about 5 years, I guess, and just glad to be back on. I've made a move, that's why I haven't been on. Made a move, different ministry. I am in ministry, but anyway, let's get on. Go ahead and grab you some coffee, and we'll get started, and hopefully I'll be able to show you some things that might help you along the way as you are out and about picking, and maybe also share a couple ideas and thoughts, a little bit of experience with you. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with some pots and pans that I have here. Now, where I got all these items, I got from different thrift stores. I had an experience where I went down to visit with my folks. My mother ended up in the hospital and took us like 3.5 hours away from their home because of everything going on. Was the nearest place that they had a room, and so we had to go get a hotel and that sort of thing, and I wasn't prepared. I had to actually go thrifting just to get clothes to wear during that time, but I did, just in and out of the hospital, helping, trading in and out with my sister, helping with my folks. We stopped at a couple thrift stores, and on my way back I had to pay my oldest daughter's college bill, what's left over, and so I'm going to see if what I found can't come close to paying that bill. The bill for college that was left over after all the scholarships and stuff was about $1,000, and I paid just over $1,000 what was left, and so we're going to see. Excuse me. We're going to see if we can't come close to paying that. So the first thing, I'll show you a few pots and pans. This, of course, is a vintage Revere ware. As you can see, this is not the copper bottom, but the stainless steel does very, very well, especially in a large pan like this. I do not have the top, I don't think. I normally keep tops and run across them quite a bit, so I might find a vintage Revere ware top to use for this. For those that are out there, I don't do a lot of pots and pans, but if you're out there and you find pots and pans, you need to be sure that they're straight. Always check the bottom out. I tell you what I do when I'm in the store and I find one, I just put it on the floor and see if it wobbles, because if you sell a lot of them, you know this, but if you're not quite familiar, you know. For those who haven't been in the kitchen much, if you end up leaving these on too long, the bottom will bow out, especially the copper ones will do that. So you really have to check those. But as you can see, I'm trying to get that flat for you so you can see. I put it on the floor and see if it doesn't wobble. That's a good indicator that it's straight. So if it's not, I would just pass on it unless it's a high dollar one and you want to try to straighten it out. But I just don't go down that road. If it's not straight, I just don't get it. So I have several of the pots that are Revere ware. I will lot these up. I do have a lid at the in our stuff for this, and as you can see, I have the small little saucepan there. Anyway, I will lot those up with some other Revere ware pots. That large one probably, I'm thinking will probably go around $45, maybe a little more shipped, maybe a little more, a little less. We'll see. Those we'll lot those up with another pot or two and sell the whole thing for about 50, 60 bucks or so, maybe a little more depending on what all we throw in there with it. I have a pair here. These are Farberware aluminum bottom, but they're very nice little pair in really good shape. We'll sell those around probably $39 or so. I'm always buying pots and pans that I can add to others of like kind later on. This one is one of those. This is a Sears Maid of Honor, but copper bottom, nice little sauce pot. I run across them all the time. We'll pair it up a little bit later and add that to the pile. So those are the pots and pans that we've come across. All these are from about, I would say, 5 different stores that I was able to go into. After we finally got my mom settled back home, everything good. She is doing well. But on my way home, stopped at a couple more thrift stores. So that, like I say, that's about 4 or 5, maybe even 6 thrift stores. I have to stop and think about it. These are got a few pair of shoes to show you. These are SAS. Really nice, very clean shoes. Probably about $24, $29. Not sure on that. Need to look. I hadn't looked those up. I don't always look things up. These are Minnetonka. Minnetonkas don't sell, from what I can tell, don't sell quite as well as they used to. But when I run across them and they're in good shape, I do pick them up. Nice little pair of Minnetonka moccasins there. We'll probably get about $24, $29 for those. Have another pair of shoes now. On tennis shoes like this, especially if they're the size, I have a wife and 3 daughters, so if I find a pair of shoes that are really nice, but maybe they're not high dollar enough to worry about selling, that's how my daughters end up with some really nice shoes. And so these are Topos. They should sell for about, I would say about $34 shipped. So we'll probably ship those unless one of my daughters or my wife scoops them up. So I'm going to run real quickly through these jeans. I have a number of pair of different jeans. I won't go over those, but we'll get $24 up to $39. I don't think I have any more that are any higher value than that. So that's about the value of all these that I'm going to show you. A couple of them like these, I'm not as familiar with the brand. This is Day Trip, but they've got some good bling and they're in good shape. Girls jeans, they'll do well. Again, if my daughters don't scoop them up, we'll see. These are some Levi's. I don't pick a lot of Levi's up unless they're just a little bit different, and these are. And so I picked those up, have a kind of a vintage look to them. Try to get through these jeans. I know you don't want to watch a bunch of jeans coming across. These are black, have some nice striping back here and a little bling to them. Some men's jeans. These are some Wrangler rigs, carpenter jeans, in really great condition. Those will do well. They may do a little more than the 39 shipped because they're in such great shape. Same thing for these. These are carpenters, but they are Wranglers, but they're in such good shape. We'll put them a little high. If they don't sell quick, we'll just drop that price a little bit and they'll go. They're, like I say, they're in such good condition. Another pair of jeans, has some bling to them. These are silvers, and I just don't get it, but they've got plenty of holes in them. I don't understand that, but hey, whatever makes the world go round. Another pair that I'm not as familiar with, Mecca, but again, in such good condition, have some coloring and stuff to them. They will sell, and we'll get those going. So that's all the jeans that I have. So I picked up this jacket. It's from the Sydney Olympics. Has the Coca-Cola emblem on the back. This is a Nike. Really nice Nike jacket. If I can get it together here. This is from Sydney 2000. I'm going to do a little research just to see. Now these jackets do well. I'm going to put $49 on it. Stick to my guns. It will sell. But some of them you can find out what sport maybe wore this. If a certain sport had this particular jacket. So I'm going to do a little research on that. We'll see. There's several of the Sydney jackets that have sold for upwards of $150, $200. So I'll do a little research on that, and we'll see. Always pick up gloves. Right now is not the season to be selling gloves, but I will put it up. And if you look up sold prices right now on gloves, you're going to be on the lower end because people aren't really hunting for gloves at this time. When season comes around, that's when they'll sell. I just go ahead and put it on for the price that I want, which for this particular glove is a Rawlings. It's a very nice leather glove in great condition. I'll put $29 on it, shipped. And of course, as you know, you probably know if you sell gloves that a lot of them go for a whole lot more than that if you get the right glove. But on average, a good glove. Now when I say good glove, here's what I look for in gloves. I look for a larger glove. I don't sell the smaller gloves unless, again, they're a high dollar glove. But a larger glove, like 12 inch, 12, 13, even 14 inch or so. And that's what I look for. All leather, a good name, that sort of thing. When you're picking up gloves, be sure. Don't just go, oh, that's a good glove, and throw it in and take it out and buy it. Make sure that all the stitching, the leather stitching, is good. Pull the fingers apart and see the leather that's in those. Make sure they're all there. All the stitching around the well, whatever it is, the net that you catch with. Make sure all that stitching. Make sure all the stitching is there. Sometimes across the hand here is actually stitched. Make sure that's good. Sometimes that one really wears out, and then a lot of times this is gone. The thumb holder strap, sometimes kids will pull those out and just leave them out, which I don't blame them. I never used mine, but you don't want to sell one without it. Make sure it's there. So double check your gloves when you're picking those up. Just take an extra moment. It'll cost you if you don't. All right. Always picking up in Strike Nerf. This is a drum magazine. This is the smaller one. There's a larger one as well. I sell all these on a regular basis. This one will sell about $15 to $17, but I will probably wait and get another one, double up on it, and sell it for about $24 to $29. They just sell better and quicker that way. Paid 99 cents. Most of these things have tags on them. I should have told you that. like the glove. The glove here, I paid $3 for it. So we'll make a good profit on that. Here's the sticker price on that. Paid $1 for this. This is a 2003 Ford Ranger owner's manual, and has all the papers and stuff in there with it. This will sell well. I've not looked it up. I don't always look things up. Just to share with you a moment on that. I see a lot of people in all the thrift stores and everywhere that I go, and they live on their phone. They're resellers, and they live on their phone, and that's great. Listen, if you don't know, check it out. Check it out. But I want to challenge you. Let me just challenge you to educate yourself on what is a good item. It doesn't matter what the item is. Is it a good product? Now, things do go up and down, and you may want to check, but if you stay on top of your game, if you're doing research, and if you're if you're educating yourself to the point where you recognize value in items, you'll grab something quicker than somebody else will who's over on another aisle spending 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes, it doesn't take you that long, but spending their time looking every little detail up on their phone for an item. You can move through swiftly, pull items out. Not to say that I don't check items, I do, but a lot of items I don't check because I know what their value is. Every now and then, yeah, I might get hit, and it's not where I thought it was, because values go up and down. But educate yourself and train your eye to find things of value. This is something of value I know will sell any day from $29 up to $45, depending on the book and how this Ranger, I know, because it's a Ford Ranger. There are a ton of these out there, especially even the older ones like the 2003. So I know it's going to sell well, and so I just picked it up. I mean, at $1 anyway. I mean, hello. So paid $1 for that, and I will do well with that. Like I say, I'll get $29 for that. So this is a University of Kentucky cup. Another thing that I didn't look up. I paid $1 for it. It has the rubber piece on the bottom. Just a really nice coffee mug. I'll sell that for, I don't know, $19, $24. We'll see. So I picked up a number. I won't show all of them, but I have a few of the little Blaze cars. I paid $1.99 for this, like $1 so for that. And I have 3 of the larger ones, and those do well. The larger ones will sell $15, sometimes $25, $30 by themselves, depending on what they are. That one, let me show you. This one in particular, there's not one that I have found. Now I did. When I got home, I really looked it up, because I have not seen this one. Let me take my finger off of it, and it'll roll. All right, there you go. And so this one rolls and has him coming behind it. I've not seen one on eBay. It's some of the rare Blaze cars, monster truck cars, really sell well. So be on the lookout for those. There's your bolo. This is a Green Day buckle. It's $1.99. I will sell this for about 19 bucks. All right. Another thing to be on the lookout for, curlers go up and down, and they change what's hot at the moment. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and they change. I used to would have passed these up because they just weren't selling. However, these are up there selling 34 to 39, even more. Right now they're pretty hot, and they're called hot sticks. These are Conair hot sticks. Now I picked this one up. I just sold one. I mean, like last week, I think we just shipped one out, sold it. That was all complete, working and everything. I picked this one up without the top and missing one of these, because I will sell just the bottom, and I will sell all these separately, and make some good money on it. Probably make more on this than I did for the whole one. Parting out things will really make you some good money at times. So I picked up these pure water filters. These will sell. This pair, this is brand new. This pair will sell for about $24 and sell pretty quickly. This is a Onar reverser. What it does is it takes picture slides and reverses them. I paid $2.99 for it. It'll sell for about $25. You put your little slide, you put this on your slide projector, you put your slide in here, and normally your slide will be backwards. This takes it and puts it back right, so you're looking at it properly. And for people who are still out there looking at slides, they're looking for this. So that will sell as well, about $24. Next we have this Bodabra. I look in every aisle at everything, and this I saw it, and I'm like, well, that's interesting. And this is one of those items that I did look up, because I just noticed it, and I said, that's probably going to be worth something. And well, sure enough, it was worth more than I thought. This particular Bodabra sells for about $50, maybe a little more shipped, around $50 shipped. Let's see if you can see that, just what it looks like up in there. That's all that is to it. But they evidently are sought after. They have a good. All these items, with the exception of one or two, have great sell-through rates, so they'll sell quick. the next item, this has a great sell-through rate. I think just to share with you about sell-through rate, what that means is there are, a lot of you probably already know this, but for those that are new, maybe you don't understand what sell-through rate is. What that means is if you go on and you look something up, like this is a vintage Stop Thief board game. So you look this up. I paid $4.99 for it. It is working. Let me take a break and explain something. When you find something like this, old electronic games are kind of sought after, but be sure that you go in, you take this out, and you look in the battery case. Always look in the battery case. If they are what you'd say roached out, if they are just totally messed up, you want to get the game maybe for the parts and sell the parts, but that piece is going to be no good. If it has a little bit of stuff in it, you can clean that out. Maybe I'll show you how to do that one day, but make sure it's good and clean. So, sell-through rate. So for those that are new, you don't know what sell-through rate is. So you go on and you look this up, and you see that there are 50, right? Right now there's about 50 something of these, right at 50 for sale, okay, and used. And if you look at and hit the sold, how many are sold? Over 200, it's around 225, 230 right now that have sold in the past 90 days. That's a good sell-through rate. A whole lot more. You can do the math on that, about 250%. A whole lot more have sold than are actually up for sale. That is a good sell-through rate, and that's what people are talking about when they talk about sell-through rate. And I just shared with you what the sell-through rate for this game is, and it will sell for right at $50 shipped, and it will sell quickly because of the sell-through rate. All right. I've lost something. There we go. So I'm in this thrift store, and I always glance at the hats. I glanced at this one, and at first I just thought, it's a vintage NASCAR hat. NASCAR stuff is so iffy, but I thought, it's kind of a vintage-looking NASCAR hat. I'll go ahead and pick that up. And when I actually picked it up, and I looked on the back, of course, I knew it was going to be Dale Earnhardt. So it's Dale Earnhardt, and as you can see, it has, where is it? Peter Max. This is a Peter Max, GM Goodwrench, Dale Earnhardt snapback cap. You might not can see it, but in here it says not for sale. It'll say not for sale right there. This hat with Peter Max, just there's not many of them out there. It's pretty highly sought after. I was thrilled when I got back and looked this thing up. This hat will sell for about $50. Great pickup for $1. All right. Those are all the items I have, with the exception of one. I'll just ask you about it. I used to be into cards. I used to collect cards, used to buy, sell, and trade cards up until about the early to mid 90s, when they flooded the market with them, and I said, I'm done with it. I got rid of all my cards. So I ran across this at a thrift store, and I wanted to ask you about it, because I am familiar with Chipper Jones. This is his rookie Upper Deck card, and if you're looking for his card, this is the one to have. Even though it's his rookie card, he's well known, even though it is signed, there's still not extreme value to these particular cards. However, if they are graded and grade very well, they're worth hundreds of dollars. This one, however, I've not found one in a case like this. This, as you can see, says limited edition of 500, and on the back it says number 223. I don't know if number 223 of 500. Now, I've not found one in this case like this before. I'm probably going to send this in to have it graded and such. But if you know anything about this card being in this package like this, numbered to 500, would you please let me know? Because I'm not in the game enough to know about this particular card, other than I believe, and if you know, let me know, but I believe that the Home Shopping Network or QVC, one of those, back then was having guys come on and sign, and actually were selling cards like this back in the 90s. And I believe that that's what this is, if I'm not mistaken. So if you know about that, let me know. All right. Well, y'all, it has been a joy just to get back on, and I have been watching a lot of you that are new. I watch you, a lot of guys that have been around for some time, still watching you, and so I just wanted to get back into the game, into the community, putting some stuff out there as far as video content. Maybe it'll help someone who's new coming into this. We were talking about 7, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, how many people were getting into reselling, and my goodness, it's a whole lot more nowadays, but that's okay. That's okay. Competition's good. There is more than enough stuff out there to find, to flip, and to sell. Well, look, I'd love to hear from you. If you would, if you're new and you'd like to see more content, would you please hit the subscribe button? It's probably over there. I don't know. But anyway, hit the subscribe button for me. I'd love to have you join with us. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it. We'll be making some more videos. I have some more stuff that I've already picked up that I've got to do a couple haul videos on and finish those up. And so we'll be getting those out there. It's been good to be with you, good to be back, and looking forward to continuing this journey. Good to be with you. Hey guys, as always, love God and love others.